I fixed Team Fortress 2's most broken weapons and set them up on my public server for you to play with. But I have to start by apologizing in advance. You're gonna fucking hate this video. For example, the Natasha is not even a very good weapon, but people still use it for the sheer psychological damage it deals when you have to fight against this thing. So I changed it so that instead of slowing down your enemies, hit a sniper with this bullet and he'll bleed for 8 seconds, taking up to 64 damage if he doesn't find a health pack. Buffed. And now that I'm done being the bearer of based news, it's time to get to the fun stuff. I'm just gonna buff the shit out of the Caber and move on with my life. No more damage nerf. In fact, there's a damage buff. I wanna live in a world where Demoan can charge headfirst into a distracted sentry gun and dies even if he's overhealed. Now normal, sane people will see this as a downside, but Caber users are not normal, sane people. They don't wanna live after they've lost their Caber. It's all upsides in Caber Town. Also, it gets bleed for 8 seconds. It's time to move on to a class that has had it too good for too long. These nerfs are long overdue. Some of you are gonna love this, and just as many are probably gonna hate it, but let's just face the facts, it has to be done. It's time to nerf Reaper from Overwatch. I'm fine with the sniper. Okay, time to make every engineer main watching this very angry. The Southern hospitality is too strong, it just is, everyone uses it, and for good reason. Bleed for 8 seconds is the most hair-wrenching stat in all of TF2. I hate this stat so much. Jesus Christ, that's just too much damage. So with that in mind, bleed for 7 seconds. Nerfed, 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 nerfed. So with that in mind, I am proud to introduce you to the Diamond Back-to-Back. It's just like the normal revolver, except it's only got 2 bullets. But if you manage to take someone out with the first bullet, triple damage to teleporters. Nerfed. Alright, moving on to Spy's other broken weapon, the Conniver's Kunai. Oh, and also thanks to Fish Stick on a Stick, fuck you, buffed. And upon a successful backstab, bleed for 2 seconds. Alright, time to get back to the realm of reality. Forget everything you know about the Enforcer. I'd like to introduce you to Le Executor. Well, I might have actually made it worse. With this thing, you've got 1 bullet per clip, less damage, less reserve ammo, and 2 times slower reload speed. Pretty good so far, huh? Buffed. And how can we talk about Spy without discussing Pyro? And what would a Pyro discussion be if we didn't bring up the Scorch Shot? This thing sucks to play against. All a Pyro has to do is aim in the general direction of the enemy team and left click. Fuck you, buffed. This next one though I'm pretty confident in. The Sharpened Volcano Fragment. The Volcano Fragment ignites enemies on hit, which is pretty sick, but what if we really leaned into the damage over time mechanic of Afterburn? It is the Sharpened Volcano Fragment after all. And what do sharp things do? That's right, they make you bleed for 12.5 seconds. Buffed. Speaking of Medic, he's got a couple new toys too. I'll start by talking about the Quick Fix, which in my opinion is the most hair-wrenching weapon in this entire game. No more, I say. I'm gonna totally turn this thing upside down. And as for the healing itself, I just leaned into the bleed a little more and made it do bleed for 95 seconds. Nerfed. And so that's pretty much it. I tried fixing some of TF2's crappiest items. And I know you might be thinking, you know, that's cool and all, but how do you know if these changes are actually balanced? And the answer is, get good. Fuck you.